So when you hear the word intimacy, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's just one thing, but that's barely scratching the surface. Real, deep connection is this incredible tapestry, and it's woven from so many different threads. So today, let's dive into the 12 types of intimacy that can seriously change a relationship for the better.
Here's a quick look at where we're headed. We're going to start by totally redefining intimacy. Then we'll get into connecting minds and hearts, building bonds through action, and even how to find closeness when things get tough. And we'll wrap it all up with a practical toolkit you can literally start using right away.
All right, let's jump right in with the biggest question of all. What are we even talking about when we say intimacy?
No, seriously, take a second. What does that word mean to you? In your life, in your most important relationships? I'm willing to bet it's a whole lot more than just physical touch.
This quote, wow, it really hits home, doesn't it? It frames the stakes perfectly. Our source material makes this powerful point that intimacy isn't just some nice bonus feature. Its absence can be the very thing that unravels a connection. It's not always about a big mistake you made. Sometimes it's about the small connections you didn't make.
So at its very core, intimacy is about feeling safe. It's that incredible feeling that you can share your whole, unfiltered self, your weird thoughts, your deepest fears, all your flaws, and the relationship won't break. It's the foundation that lets you both be truly, authentically yourselves.
Okay, so with that foundation in place, let's get into our first group of intimacy types. This is how that deep connection is built, often without a single touch.
We're kicking things off with 4 huge pillars that are all about that internal connection, the closeness that happens in our heads and hearts long before anything else.
This is a big one. For so many of us, this is everything. It's being able to look at your partner and say, hey, this is how I'm actually feeling, and knowing they're not just going to hear the words, but they're going to get it. They'll validate it. That right there creates that profound sense of security we were just talking about.
And this one is so important because it shows that a healthy relationship is one where you're both still growing. It's about sharing ideas, respectfully debating things, and just being genuinely fascinated by how your partner's mind works. You know, without this, couples can feel like they've just grown apart, when really, they just stopped growing together.
You can think of this one as the engine that powers emotional intimacy. It's the act of being vulnerable. It's sharing the things you'd normally keep locked away. When you trust someone with your inner world like that, you're building a bond that is incredibly deep and strong.
And that brings us to spiritual intimacy. This is about connecting on the most profound level of your being. It's sharing your core values, your sense of purpose, what gets you out of bed in the morning. It's about aligning your inner compasses so you're both pointed in the same direction.
Okay, so we've covered the whole internal world of thoughts and feelings. Now, let's look at how intimacy is built through the things we actually do together. This next group of intimacy types is all about doing, and it covers a huge range of activities, from shared hobbies and creative projects all the way to, building a life together.
All right, here's the one most people think of first. But the key phrase here is the second part, combined with emotional closeness and trust. Because without that, it's just a physical act. With it, it becomes this incredibly powerful expression of your connection.
This one is just all about play, and it's so important. Whether you're hiking, playing video games, or just binge-watching a new show together, simply having fun and sharing experiences is a vital way to strengthen your bond. It's like the glue that holds the day-to-day together. I love how these two are connected. You can build closeness by creating something together, like trying a new recipe or planting a garden. Or you can build it just by appreciating something beautiful together, a piece of music, a sunset, a great movie. It's about sharing a moment of wonder.
And this brings us to being a team. Work intimacy can be as simple as being each other's biggest cheerleaders in your daily jobs. And commitment intimacy, well, that's about looking ahead, planning a future together. Both are about knowing you have a partner who's rowing in the exact same direction as you.
You know, it's easy to feel close when everything's going great. But real intimacy isn't just built in the good times. It's forged when you navigate the storms together.
And let's be real for a second. Every single relationship will face conflict. There will be hurt feelings and letdowns. The strength of your bond isn't measured by an absence of problems, because that's impossible. It's measured by how you handle them when they show up.
This slide highlights such a crucial shift in perspective. Most of us go into a fight wanting to win, right? But what the source calls conflict intimacy completely reframes the goal. It isn't to win, it's to understand. This is a skill you have to learn together. How to face your differences with respect. And when you do that, it actually makes the relationship stronger, not weaker.
And then there's this one, the ultimate test. When a real crisis hits, a job loss, a health scare, a family emergency, weathering that storm as a unified team forges an unbelievably deep and resilient bond. It's an intimacy that's born from shared struggle and knowing, without a doubt, that you have each other's back.
Okay, so we've covered all 12 types. That was a lot. So the big question now is, what do you do with all this information? Let's build a simple, actionable toolkit.
Here it is, a simple 3-step plan. First, you've got to be willing to tear down those walls. Building intimacy requires trust, and that means consciously letting your guard down. Second, you have to talk about this. You and your partner might have totally different definitions of intimacy. It is so important to get on the same page. And third, have fun with it. Use this list like a menu of new ways to connect and just go explore them together.
And this really brings us to the whole point. This isn't just some interesting theory. It's a diagnostic tool for your own relationship. So as we finish up, I want you to really think about this question. Looking at all these different ways to connect, where's the biggest opportunity for you to go deeper? What's the one area you could focus on this week to build a stronger bond? The answer just might change everything.